We are live. We're gonna wait for some folks to get on here because we got a good episode for y'all today. Let me adjust my camera here a little bit. Right, get me right. Here we go. There we go. Um, okay, we're gonna wait for some folks to get on up in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So, welcome to the show, people. I really appreciate you all for tuning in. Um, we got a good one for y'all today. We got a good one, so we're gonna make sure we get some folks up in here. Put this up here real quick. Check to make sure we got some folks viewing, making sure the Facebook is right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, cool. So we on it. Okay, we got some viewers in the building, so we're gonna go ahead and get started soon. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all put in the comments what y'all drinking on. So I really appreciate that. What wine y'all drinking on? I'm gonna get into it a little bit. What wine I'm be sipping on for tonight. And so yeah, just make sure y'all put in the comments what y'all drinking on, whether it's water, whether it's tea, whether it's apple juice, whatever the case may be. Definitely put in the comments what y'all drinking on because we got a good episode for y'all here today. So thank y'all so much. Today's episode is on building and sustaining our empire. And so we have a lovely couple I'm going to introduce in a little bit to kind of bring on. But first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. My name is Dwayne, aka Earthly Vine. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this episode. This is episode 7, y'all. Y'all been rocking with me for 7 weeks. So I really appreciate y'all rocking with me for 7 weeks. And this season is on Black Love. Black Love is what this season on episode 7. And we got one more episode after this, and then we're gonna go to the next season after that. But this one is on Black Love. So thank y'all so much for tuning in again. Please make sure if y'all can follow me on Instagram at Earthly Vine. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel Uncut Uncorked, and I'll also be putting information on my Instagram about when the audio for this will be released. So if you want to just go back and listen to the podcast, you can definitely go ahead and do so in that regard too. Um, but okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And so, as y'all know, I like to start with my wine of the week. And so, if you follow me on Instagram at Earthly Vine, you'll see my wine of the week that I posted. And so, I had to go back out to Chicago again. I had to go to Love Corkscrew again. If y'all see this, this is Love Corkscrew. Good times, good friends. The Pinot Grigio is what I'm drinking on this weekend, and it is really good, y'all. I'm talking really good. Pinot Grigio has a lot of fruit flavors, and so it has a lot of apple, a lot of pear in it. Medium body wine at that, and it's really smooth. It's not dry. It's not too sweet either, but it's just sweet enough. And you can find it in any local wine store. You know what I'm saying? You can find it in any local wine store. And I think it was only like $10.99 or something like that. So Love Corkscrew, they based in Chicago. A black woman founded it. She's a woman of Delta Sigma Theta. So make sure y'all go support that. All right. Cool. So we're gonna bring them up on here, y'all. I'm excited. We gonna bring a couple up on here, and I'm excited because I met this couple. I think I met them back. Well, I met them back in 14 or 15, one of the two. But it's been a while, and so I'm excited to get them on. So we're gonna bring them on here. Here we go, y'all. Uh, there they go. There they go. What's going?
on?
Hello. How are y'all doing today?
So far, so good. Good. We good. Can't complain. Beautiful Sunday.
That's good. That's good. Beautiful Sunday. It's sure. Listen, because we got to talk about some black love, which y'all are a beautiful couple. And I just want to thank y'all again for taking y'all time out y'all Sunday to kind of sit here with me and do this interview. So I really do appreciate it for that. So first of all, I want to take this time to introduce y'all. So for those who don't know, this is Kimfy and Crystal Hill. And so, but I want them to talk about what it is they do because I feel like I wouldn't be doing them justice because they are very much creative beings. They do great things, and so yeah, if I can just talk about what it is y'all do, like y'all business ventures and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, I'm new to it. You go. Okay. So I'm Kimfy.
Yeah.
I have a clothing line called Kimfy Apparel, and
Yeah.
Kimfy Apparel stands for Knowledge and Motivated Fashionable Youth. I started that brand in 2015.
Yeah.
My whole thing about starting the brand was, at the time I had just graduated college, so for about a year, I was supposed to be into the corporate world, which I did graduate and get a pretty good job. I was working for Select Medical in their PR department, and I honestly hated it. If if I'm being honest, it was cool. But that's just, I was waking up every morning, dragging my feet to get to work. So one day I just was like, I want to do something else. Of course, alongside, working in the corporate world. And that's how Kimfy came about. I found 5 things about myself that I felt was extremely important to me, which was knowledge. You need to stay on top of your books. You need to start what you finish. So if you're in high school, finish. If you're in college, finish. If you're in your GED, finish. Trade school, whatever it is, finish. Motivated. I'm a very motivated person. I do not like to be told no. I'm going to try to figure out how to change your mind. Fashion. I always love clothes. I always love sneakers and all the latest fashion. But on a sidebar, when we talk about fashion, we're not really talking about the way you dress. It's how you represent yourself, how you carry yourself. So if you that guy or that girl that play ball, if you that guy or that girl that sings, you dance, you cook, that's your fashion. I'm pretty sure that's people know you by what you're good at. Growing up, I was the girl that played basketball and I was the girl that played the drums. So that was my fashion. And you, I want to be forever young. I feel young. I look young.
Talk about it.
I'm still getting carded heavy. I'm still getting carded. They tried to run us out the hookah lounge last week talking about y'all look 17. What? So, I appreciate it. I'm just 30 years old, so youth is very important to me. So those are the 5 things that I came up with, and I put it together, and I made the word Kimfy. So ever since 2015, I've been by Kimfy. I've been, really pushing the brand. I met you at Clarion, at a fashion show. Kimfy has done New York Fashion Week. We've been to Miami Art Basel. We've been featured in Vogue. We've been featured in Vogue. We've been featured in GQ.
Wow, that's crazy. So, I didn't know that piece. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I try not to brag.
You try to stay humble a little bit.
You need to see the hard work. So that's just Kimfy. Been my life for the past part of my life for the past 5 now going on 6 years. So October will 6 years of the brand, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, no, that's hold on, because before you go, I just gotta say, y'all, her clothing line is amazing. So make sure y'all get on that because she's being real humble right now. I'm just being honest. She's being real humble. Like her clothing line is it. Like I love everything about her clothing line. Like it aligns just with who I am as a person, and so I'm automatically just drawn to her clothing line. And so please make sure y'all tune in. I'm gonna put her website in the bio when this video is posted. So make sure y'all go to her website and get y'all some clothing because it is amazing. I'm sorry, Crystal. I ain't mean to cut you off there, but I had to say that.
Thank you so much.
I guess on my behalf, I'll be pretty short and sweet because I'm very new to the business industry. Actually, I have to give thanks to Kimfy because actually, I just was, had a hobby of making natural products at home for myself, for my own personal use, and for my family. I would just, hand stuff off to them, like, hey, try this out. Let me know how it works for you. And Kimfy, she's like, well, why don't you, start selling and making this stuff for other people to use? And not that I don't have a business mindset, but I never imagined myself, selling to other people stuff that I do out in my home because it's just like it was for my own personal benefit. Yeah. But I started to, do a little bit more research, and I'm like, wow, this is like a real life industry that people are very much into. And I also realized that by a lot of natural stuff, you take out a lot of the chemicals that's in the products that we use every day and that we typically need on a daily basis.
Yep.
Not only that, I personally was seeing results within myself from the products that I was using. Started with the hair growth oil, and of course, since she's here, she has to be like my stunt dummy. So I have to test everything on her. If not her, then I don't know who will. Like everything work just for me. So I'm pulling her in the middle of the night after I'm formulating something like, here, let me put this in your hair.
Pouring stuff in my hair, putting stuff on my face. Like, what are you doing? Like,
what are you doing? Yeah.
But yeah, so for Crystal Clear Formulas, I've been in business for about 2 or 3 months now.
Oh wow, okay.
I feel like I've been doing pretty well.
Excellent, amazing.
I mean, I have a great support system, so
Yeah, for sure.
I turn to her for a lot of advice because she's been in business for over 5 years now.
5 years. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to convince her to be my manager, so but she does have her own business, so I do have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to wing it in there. I get her to do stuff for me here and there, like you want to talk to this person for me.
And she don't like to listen to me, so I can't manage her. She don't listen. So.
No, that makes sense. Wow. No, that's beautiful. That you two both have your own businesses like that. And first of all, Crystal, I love your business name, like Crystal Clear.
Oh, thank you.
It goes so perfect with your name.
No.
Well, I had 2 choices, and I was gonna go with Crystal Clear Remedies.
That's the one I chose, Crystal Clear Remedies.
Okay.
I do Crystal Clear formulas for legal purposes, and also I kind of that one sat on my heart a little bit more than Remedies did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they both were like more her idea though. So.
Yeah.
See, the thing I like about her name is Crystal already.
Yeah.
Her name is already Crystal, right? So, and then we're talking about skin. Everybody want crystal clear skin.
Yeah,
so we talked about crystal clear skin. We did our research that there's a lot of different crystal clear skin, a lot of different things. Crystal Clear Remedies was the one that I really, really like because I feel like, there's a remedy, like everybody, when you're sick, I want a homemade remedy. Remedy, to me feels like something that is going to cure, But she literally, when I say when formulas, this girl literally writes out. It's crazy how she writes out her ingredients and literally formulates it. I'm not good at math. I don't understand it. But when I literally look at like why she's like, I think it should be formulas because I literally formulate. I had to agree with her. Like I couldn't convince her to change it to remedies. Is what it is, and now it just rolls off everyone's tongue so perfectly. So
it does. It does because it was crazy, right? I was actually searching for you, Crystal, on Instagram because I was trying to tag you, right? Because I knew you had like your personal page, but then I had saw the Crystal Clear. I'm like, oh, okay, this must be her. So I clicked on it. I'm like, yo, this is fire right here. Like Crystal Clear formula, it rolls off the tongue well. It was pretty dope. So definitely.
Not gonna,
thank you.
You're not gonna forget that. Hi, I'm Crystal, owner of Crystal Clear Formulas.
That's a hey, listen. Oh man, yeah. No, teamwork make the dream work, and that's exactly why I brought them on, y'all. Because this is their energy, and I love it right here. So, but today we're talking about building and sustaining your own empire, right? And so what I mean by that is that running your own business, within a marriage. For those who don't know, Crystal and Kimfy are married, by the way. And so, how long have you two been married, if you don't mind me asking?
Going on 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been together for what? 8 years. We just celebrated 8 years. Last week?
So that's actually dating for 8 years.
Dating for 8 years. So they probably you just asked us. We both was like almost 4 years. We've been married.
Wow. That's amazing. That's some time right there. That's some time right there. So shout out to y'all for doing that, right? But no, so and with that, like, we're talking about, just what it is to, run your own business, run it independently, but also with your partner and as a family and building that, generational wealth in a sense, right? Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to, because I want to transition into the actual, of course, the question piece. And I wanted to ask you all, kind of explain the importance of like ownership, like to you all, like what does ownership mean to you? And then what does Black ownership mean to you in that regard too? Because I think that's very much important. And then how do you also feel about tying generational wealth into that as well too? Mm-hmm. So like Black ownership, what that means, and then you as business owners, how do you kind of view generational wealth as a business owner in a sense?
So ownership, I mean, definitely, I think, I'm not gonna say growing up, that's not something that we like talked about a lot, because definitely my parents, we grew up in we went from, renting to and they switched over to owning. So we see how important that is to actually own your own property, and you're not paying rent, or you don't have to answer to anyone. So I mean, for us, we always knew we wanted to own. Our first 3 years of dating, we rented. And our thing was, when we got married in 2017, it was we want to own by 2020. 2020 is supposed to have been our year to do a lot of big things. So after we're having our marriage, and we're this official. This is my spouse. This is my wife. We started talking and moving not moving real fast, but moving faster than what we planned to, because we started realizing that we actually have
what it takes
to own. And that's a major conversation that I think a lot of younger people in our age bracket kind of skips over, because nobody really wants that responsibility. And it's not that we didn't want it, it's not that we wanted it, but we knew that we deserved it. So we ended up buying our house before 2020. We bought it
a whole year early.
February of 2019. We ended up buying our first house. Things like that. I already had Kimfy. So that was already my business established. That's something that I do every day, 24/7 as a small business owner.
Yeah,
that's just our life. So I feel like owning is something that's extremely important. And as far as generational wealth, we want to pass something down to our children.
Oh, definitely.
Whether it's this house,
business,
our businesses,
teaching them how to build their own business, or just not having to have that mindset of being focused on working for someone else, that you can have your own to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to take over Clear, or you want to take over Kimfy, or build your own empire for your children. Just to have them have that type of mindset of building generational wealth for themselves, as well as what's to come for their generations or their families. For us, it's not. And that's a big thing right now, is being a boss, or being, your own boss, or being out there right now. And I don't want to call it a trend, because for us, it is more than that. We are trying to make it more than just a momentary thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like it's becoming very much more of the thing. That's the conversation. Buy black, own it black. That's so important, and I'm really happy that a lot of people my age now, whether they're doing it big, whether they're doing it small, they are doing their thing. They are trying to make it to the next level. The corporate world, which we both do work, we have our degrees and we do work full time, but in the evening time, we're business owners, we do our thing. That's
how
So I think to share both of the worlds is amazing. I do want my child to go to college, but that's because of how I grew up. That's I want them to be book smart, but I want them to be entrepreneurial smart. That's fine. I look at my older brother. He has his own business, and he has his son. My nephew is about 11 years old, and my brother takes my nephew to work. So right now he's only 11 years old, literally learning the business. Because one day that's going to be my nephew's business. So I think it's so important that we start. If it's a trend, that's a trend that I want to be on. That's the trend that I want my family on. That's the trend that I want, my children on. So, generational wealth, I feel like that's been something that maybe because I'm finally an adult and I'm kind of learning new words, maybe. But that's something I hear a lot. I hear a lot in the Black community, and I'm so happy that
it's being talked about.
It's being talked about, and at least everybody around us is getting to it. And that's really the idea.
And then,
no, that's I'm sorry, Crystal. Go ahead, Crystal. You got it. No, you got it. Go ahead.
thing I was gonna say was I think for us, like with crystal clear formulas, I think it's important for the Black community as well because a lot of the stuff that are in the drugstores or in the bigger markets are not made for our skin types or made for
You
our
about to make me throw this mic, Crystal. You
textures.
damn right they not.
No, seriously, I'm just saying, like, and I think that was one of the things that was important with crystal clear formulas is to direct it for the Black people. Like, we all have different textures of hair as well, but there's a lot of products out there that don't work directly for our specific hair types. Like they have these products that advertise, oh, you can get curls, but it's like a Black person put it in their hair versus another race person. It's like it's not the result that you're looking for.
So different.
So that is one thing I think for my product is relatable to like the Black community and buying Black and making a difference for the Black world. I'm not saying I'm strictly focused for the Black people, but
for sure,
it's definitely for our hair types to get the benefits that it needs to be healthy and grow life and long.
No, for sure, and no, you said it perfectly. Like your intent, of course, is to serve the Black community, but understand like you can serve more if you want to in that regard too, which is pretty dope. And so that you all are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what you're doing is unit, and I think that you all have that same drive in a sense, right? Y'all have that same two people coming together, forming a union, and then focused on that generational wealth, focused on leaving something behind, leaving something back for their families, having that same determination, having that same drive, and it's a rarity, unfortunately, like when you find that person like that for you in a sense. And so the fact that you all do it is amazing to see. And so this show's about giving y'all flowers, and I'm going to give y'all flowers, okay? Because y'all deserve it, okay? And that's what I'm all about. So, but no, thank you all for sharing that, because I think that's important, which actually kind of leads me into my next question, because we talked about the future, but I want to kind of take it back a little bit. So, and this is for both of you all. I want to talk, because y'all touched on it a little bit, but I want to talk about individually. What was the process of you all? Like, how did you come to terms of actually like creating your business? Like, how was that process for you? And then I want to add a second part in there to that. How did you how did you merge that with your partner in a sense? Like, how did you merge that with each other? Because as a business owner, right, you do have to spend time, to your business, which just means that might be time away from your partner. And so, if you got Kimfy all in vogue, so you might be having to take flights out here and do all that, So there might have to be times that you might have to be away from your partner. So, like, talk about how like created that, and why you created that. I know y'all talked about why, but if you want to go a little deeper, you can definitely do that. And then how you merge that with your partner, like how you merge your business with your partner.
Okay, I know for me, even with having crystal clear, it's not conflicting with Kimfy because for one, it's two different businesses. With her having to travel is not going to affect me hopping on a plane with her because when we get back, I can easily write that formula, get it done, and sent out. So it's the fact that we have two separate type of businesses in two different industries is made sure that we don't collide with one another. And as far as like us spending time together, I mean, even when we're, in our rooms, because we built our rooms and to where they're right next to each other. So while she's downstairs working and making shirts and I'm formulating, we're having conversation with each other while we're still working. So it's like we do stuff to make sure that we don't lose time with each other. But even when I'm not working and she's down there, she's like, babe, you want to come keep me company? Sometimes I'll say no because I just don't feel like it. But if I'm in a mood, I go down there and support her, just converse with her and help her pick whatever she needs done, do a little bit of heat press with her. And if I need her to come in my room and sit on the couch with me just to talk to me or we listen to music, and it's just while we don't have a set schedule, but we know that in order not to lose each other within our businesses and everything else that we got to go on, we make sure that we spend enough time with each other throughout any process that we're doing so that we don't lose time with each other.
That makes sense. Wow. That's yeah. So it's almost like y'all kind of bringing each other in each other's world in a sense. So
Mm-hmm.
you're bringing Kimfy into Crystal Clear Formulas. Kimfy's
Exactly.
bringing you into Kimfy in a sense. You know. So that's
Exactly.
beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kimfy. Go ahead.
Like even before, way before, Crystal Clear had started. I used to always be like, man, you should do your own thing. I got Kimfy going on and da 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 da. Like, do your thing. And for the longest, she was okay with
Mm,
coming to fashion
mm,
shows, traveling with me, and being the person to collect money. Being the person when you walk up to our table and I'm trying to, get my table set up, she's the one holding conversation.
mm.
Honestly, when we did like vending events, I honestly feel all of my sales came from her because she just has like this warmest smile, and
Yeah.
she gets along with everyone. Like the
Yo.
line, like she literally like is saying hi to everybody and hugging people and like, okay, girl, like all
You
stuff
know it's
that
crazy because I remember her at Clarion and she was making sales up there. Like
like
she was like,
so
"Okay,
many
you need
sales.
this, you need that." She was running around the table grabbing that. I got the card reader right here. Let me give you that. Like
Literally,
she was on it.
like she'll come have her little pouch thing, and she'll bring out a card reader, bring out her cell phone, bring out business
Yeah.
everything. For the longest, like she always been. That's why when I talk about Kimfy, I say we, because this is like Kimfy is us, and there's other folks, involved, with Kimfy, like my sister. She sews so many things, so many outfits that people are like asking about that's not in stock that will never come back because my sister will sit and she will sew one of ones and two of twos and she will do that for me. That's another part of Kimfy. I got my friend Lex who do all of my videos. Any video that you will see on Instagram of a fashion show, of Vogue, all of that. I have my friend Lex who I go to for pictures and videos. So it's literally like a whole group. But when we're talking like in the house and I'm like trapped in the basement for hours, she's the one that's picking out the vinyl and pressing things down for me and getting socks ready and getting hoodies and getting sweaters and making sure inventory is right. So I mean, it's two separate businesses, but like it's really us doing this together.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
not good with formulating yet, so she hasn't let me touch any of Crystal Clear stuff.
Yeah.
My people skin up, not today.
I have not formulated anything,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely sitting down there on the couch, and when I say no, she's still making me come down there. Like
Yeah.
she told me no, and it's all right, cool. I say no, and it's the end of the world. So
Like, no, but why? I just need you to help me.
literally, that's what it looks like. So we really we in this together. I know it's two different brands, but it's really us.
No, that makes and it's crazy because I just watched it. So shout out to my dog Jerry the Great. I think he's on here. He has a podcast called The Dignified Delinquents, and make sure you subscribe to that. And he had a guest on there, Chad Oubre. I don't know if y'all know familiar with Chad Oubre, but what I'm getting at is that he talked about like community is everything. Isolation is not healthy for nothing. So the fact that y'all have a sense of community within y'all business, like first of all, y'all within yourself have community, right? Like Crystal does this for Kimfy. Kimfy does this for Crystal Formulas. But then you also talked about how you branch out and you have other people involved. And I think that's amazing how y'all got like the family and the friends involved. Like that's a sense of community. So you got people helping out where you don't have to go to someone, you got to give all this money to. You already have your sense of community where y'all can build that from the ground up and, kind of already have that there. So that's amazing that you all have that. And that's beautiful. And man, that's so inspiring because I think as Black business owners, I'm kind of new to this game. Like it's only my 7th episode, so I'm very new into I appreciate it. This is new, so I'm trying to create that community within myself, which I have amazing supporting system. So definitely we're doing that in a sense. So that's amazing. That's amazing. And we talked about support, which is amazing too, right? And so I think support is a big thing in any relationship when you build your businesses and all that great things, right? But then also when going into your business, there's a process that has to happen. So when Kimfy creates these clothes, when Crystal creates these formulas, there's a creative process. So individually, and I know y'all, y'all business are one and the same. It's that community. So if you want to talk about it as a unit, you're more than welcome to do that. But what is that creative process like for you all individually, and then how do you all balance each other, or how do you come to each other to kind of help with that creative process to get that creative process flowing for you all?
Oh, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because she's not too fond of my creative process. So this is how I go.
Okay.
I go to 4 people.
4 people.
I go to my brother-in-law, Ashton. You guys probably seen him a lot on my Instagram. He models, brown skin guy with the big beard. I go to him because he has like such this sleek, clean fashion sense.
Hey, shout out to the Bearded Brothers.
Yes.
Period.
He's very like clean with it. Not a lot of colors. He'll go. He got the idea. I'll go to my best friend Lex because she's gonna be honest with me. She's gonna be like straight up honest, bro. I'm not feeling that, bro. I'm feeling it. That's fire. Maybe you should lose this. Maybe you should add this.
Yeah.
I go to my sister, Jeanette, at Jeanette Sheree. Guys, follow her. She does women's wear. She creates everything. She designs it. She sews it. She does the patterns, all that. I go to her because a lot of these things that I'm talking about, she's either going to alter it or she's going to create it. So she's in the loop. Then I go to Crystal.
Okay.
Like, you got to me last. So back and forth, 9 out of 10, everybody is saying, different things. Like, how does this look? Ashton to say one thing, Lex to say another thing. My sister to say another thing. And then through all of their answers, I'll compile this one design, and it'll be a little bit of what Ashton said. It'll be a little bit of Lex and what Jeanette Sheree said. And then that's how I go through it. A lot of times, I end up doing something totally different
than what she presented in the first place.
And then they'll all be like, well, why would you even ask us?
Yeah.
But my idea of like when I create, I want Kimfy to I mean, in a sense, sometimes I don't go with what I truly want. For instance, I don't go with what I truly want. Like this hoodie. I really wanted knowledge and motivated fashionable youth. I really wanted that to go big.
Okay.
The whole thing,
Yeah.
I also had a little off, like how Off-White does the zip tie little thing.
Okay. Yep.
I also wanted that. But after talking to, Ashton and my friend Lex, said Ashton, he loves things on the back. So if you can see on my right.
Oh, okay.
This way. This way.
Yeah. Come over a little more. There you go.
Got it? So after talking to Ashton, he like, sis, that's too loud. Having all of that coming across the front, that's just too loud. Maybe you should put it on the back. Maybe you should put it on the back. And then he said, and then maybe won't you just put that again smaller on the front, right? I said, okay, that's cool. Tried it out, and then I had the little zip tie. Thing on the zipper.
Okay.
And I'm talking to Lex, and Lex like, oh, that's fire. That's fire, but you don't want to do the zip tie thing. She said, this hoodie is good enough by itself. You don't want to, use somebody else's idea. And I'm thinking, this is what all the kids is on. Everybody all love Off-White.
Yeah.
So why not, in a sense, like honestly, jump off or jump on the bandwagon real quick. But she like, you don't need that. And then I talked it over with Ashton. I said, well, if Ashton says I don't need it, then I'm gonna go with that. So honestly, a lot of these ideas that I'm coming up with, it's not me. It's not me. I name a lot of my clothing after my friends, after my family.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Because that is honestly just like me. I'll never take all of the credit for what I'm doing. Because it's when I say it's a village, it really is. It really is a village.
That's crazy.
But those are the 4 people that before I'm dropping something, I'm talking to at least 3 of them off that list. at least 3 of them.
No, that's beautiful. And Crystal, before you go, I just want to say because I can so much relate to that because I think a lot of the times I have like a certain amount of people I go to too, but I noticed I was going to too many people. And then when
Yeah.
I go and when I go to too many people, it was like I was all over the place. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it was like I had to get that core stable of community that I can go to. And so that's beautiful that you have that, which is dope. So
For sure, for sure. Now, who you all go to?
Well, for
It
me,
ain't me. It ain't me.
because okay, I'll just get into it. For me, my creative process is pretty simple. I think about what my target is. For instance, if I'm working on a skincare product, do I want to work on dry skin right now? Do I want to work on oily skin? Do I want to work on combination skin? For me, it honestly just depends on what I'm working on or what my target is at that time.
okay,
And then I just think of the ingredients, and what I try to do in that sense is think of something a little bit more out of the box that is natural, that
Okay.
other companies or other natural people that aren't using,
Mm.
to use it as a selling point so that they'll know that it is still beneficial for your skin, but there's other options besides what you're used to.
Yeah, very
So I
true.
do spend a lot of time doing a lot of research. I'm a night owl, so I'm up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just scrolling, doing a bunch of research.
Mm.
And she's up at 7 o'clock in the morning making all of this noise, banging pots around the house while I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my creative process. Honestly, like we say, our circles are pretty much the same. The beer bomb that I created, I handed to Ashton a sample, like, here, test this out for me. Let me know how you like it. The Curls for the Girls deep conditioner that I made, I passed it to her sister Jeanette Sheree. Like, here, put this in your hair and your daughter here. Let me know how it works for both of y'all. This is a baby, you're an adult. It's gonna work 2 separate ways, so let me know. The hair growth oil that I made, I passed it to them as well. I had her test it on her baby to make sure that it was good.
Yeah.
Our circles are just so one and the same for different reasons. Like like you said, we don't have too many people in our circle, but the people that we do have, we depend on them to be honest with us, to give us the feedback that we need so that I'll know if I need to reformulate something. Is it too grainy? Is it too oily? Like, that's what we need our people for and what we go through with our creative process so that we can get the feedback to know the adjustments that we need to make with our clothing or with the formulas.
Yes, fair. Oh man, that was beautiful because you said one key word that really stuck out to me. And first of all, that was all beautiful, but the one word I heard was research. And research is really important because I think a lot of us being a little older. I know we ain't too old, but but no, that's like even when I was talking like some of my nephews and stuff like that, like a lot of people think the process is easy, like to just build your own business up, and it's not easy at all. Like, and so I love that you say you did that research, and I'm sure Kimfy does it all the time too, with just understanding what's in right now, what trends are in, what's like what the kids are rocking, kind of what she said. And so the fact that y'all put that time and y'all do that research, and I think it's funny too that Kimfy does it in the morning and you do it at night, which is so interesting to me.
That is so
that
funny.
caused some arguments in the morning. Let me tell you
that. I swear, I'll get up and I'll go on Instagram and the NBA.
I just see a whole bunch of these videos playing.
The NBA, I ain't gonna lie. What the guys are winning in the NBA is like where I get my like.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
I will see a fit and I'll be in a bed kicking my feet like, oh my god, this is so fun.
I'm like, what? Go in the living room. I'm still asleep.
And then I'll try like FaceTime my sister like, oh my god, let me show you this. Can you?
And then I'm turning over 2 minutes later, like, can you just go in the living room, please?
So when I say the time that our brains are like being creative is literally
it's day and night, literally.
At night.
Wow, that's interesting. That's so interesting. I'm not gonna lie, Crystal. I'm with Kimfy because I'm also a morning creator myself. So
I can't. In the morning time, like it takes me. I need to wake up. And then basically my body needs to defrost. Like I'm frozen.
Literally.
Yeah.
Her defrosting hours is like 2 hours. She'll get up at 10. There is no smiling, no hugging, no good morning until noon. Like
unless I wake up on my own. If I wake up on my own, then I'm good.
Okay. Okay, that makes. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. You got to get your sleep. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. So I respect that. Uh, but no, I wanted. So we talked about creative processes, all of that. I wanna talk about like we talked about a lot what goes into y'all businesses, just y'all as a couple, but also individually. Like, what is ultimately the end goal? Like, what is the goal for you all when creating these businesses, when running these businesses, when you're talking, when you're having those conversations? You're talking about your businesses to each other. What is that end goal for you all? Like, what does that look like for you all? And is there similarities and is there differences in there too?
I definitely do think there are differences.
Okay.
Because he has this whole plan that she wants to build from Kimfy, and it's not
Wow.
anything near to like when she first started. Um,
Wow.
for me, on my end, I just, as a new business owner, I don't have that far of a goal yet. Planned out, I should say. But I know
Yeah.
definitely I would love for reformulating to be my full time job, of course. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely what I want out of it. At the rate that I'm going, I feel pretty confident that it will happen.
Yeah.
As long
Oh
as,
yeah.
like we always say, just consistency is key. As long as you don't give up, you keep at it, it'll definitely happen. You just got to be willing to put the work and time in for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for far as my long term goal, with Tempe, I think I'm getting to a place now where I'm not really like too caught up in the idea of like making it big as this like small town designer. Da, 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 and now I'm up there with the greats and I'm out in Paris. That used to be the main goal. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I want to create something with Kanye, or I want to create something, with Theragod, or that literally was the idea, and it still is.
If it happens,
If it happens, it still is. But
For
honestly,
sure. For sure.
I'm really getting to the point where so many people DM me and ask me questions about where to find this machine. They got a t-shirt business. They starting up where to find this machine. How do you embroider? What's the best heat press? What's the best cutting machine? Hey, I just downloaded this software and I'm getting stuck on this. And I spent a lot of time talking to people about how to embroider, how to heat press, how to
Yeah.
a little bit of how to screen printing, and
Yeah.
I think it'll be so dope to have like a community center or a community shop where young creatives who love clothing can come there and I teach classes on how to make a print like this. Because these things are it's not hard. It's really not hard. Like I'm all self-taught. Like I don't know anybody who started out as a t-shirt business and then they made connections to start doing fashion shows and then they made connections to be in magazines and then they made connections to end up in Vogue. Like I didn't have nobody to really pass that off to me.
Yeah.
And
For
people be like, yo, that's crazy how you don't even know me and you willing to share that information. Why not? Why wouldn't I share that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many designers is out there, top of the line designers. It's okay. Me and you can do the same thing. You're not stopping my life, you're not stopping my goals, you're not stopping my money. Like, so I'm fine with telling you where I get my stuff from. So I would love to open up a shop and just have machines that literally like a creative space. I want it to be Kimfy Creative Space.
Wow.
And have people come in and they learning how to embroider. Like I'm self-taught embroidery. Like I didn't take any classes. I just bought the machines and I'm learning as I go. And that's where I would love to be. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But as I always tell Crystal, if Crystal Clear formulas take off, that's our full-time job. That's don't be no, Kimfy is my world and I need to hold on. No. Crystal Clear is in Target. Crystal Clear is in Walmart. I'm your manager. I'm the manager
now. She gonna be the manager.
pulling up to all the meetings. Like, what's up?
All the meetings, like, I mean, there's no like, there's no this. I'm stuck on this. I'm stuck on this goal. This is my dream, and this is where Kimfy has to go. Mm-hmm. Now my wife, she's doing something, and she's doing something good. Her orders come in consistently. It's I got my hands in a little bit helping her out, and she got her hands in this help. So whatever takes off, honestly, is I'm okay with. There's no competition, no nothing. I mean, she did throw in a little slick shot last week and was like, ooh. What? I got 10 orders this week. How many you got?
She throwing shots already.
Retail have slow weeks, sweetheart. Thank you very much. Like, she really gets in the kitchen like, 10 orders a week.
That's
like that.
That's funny because it shows that y'all motivate each other.
Definitely.
Which is amazing because Kimmy probably took that as a joke, but low key in the back of her mind, she's like, hold up, let me get it together now.
I think most people like, wait. She's trying to get into competition with me. What do I do?
Let's move. What we creating next?
I was telling my sister, get on it. I need a sweatsuit. Like,
yeah. No, that's real.
I mean, that's the idea. There's no, honestly, whoever takes off, it's we pushing each other for greatness,
No, that's beautiful, and I'm gonna take it a step further and say not if, I'm gonna say when it takes off, because it's gonna take off for y'all. Like I was telling somebody this, because when I reached out to y'all, I said I had 2 more genuine and nice people in my life than you two, and I truly mean that. Like, even from the time period, and I know we haven't like communicated in a while, but the time periods that I have communicated with you all, like, y'all just always gave me genuine and loving energy. Whether it was about fashion, whether it was just about love, relationship advice, whatever the case it was always just genuine. And so I just want to thank y'all for giving y'all energy to the world, because y'all got Head Over Heels, which is y'all YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel, Head Over Heels, which I probably don't watch every video at this point from last week until now. So definitely tuned in, which is amazing.
We saw those views go up. We're like, oh, somebody watching something.
That's so true. But no, for the second time again, I just want to thank y'all so much, because that kind of wraps up the question piece. So I just want to thank you all so much for taking time out to answer these questions, do this interview. Like I said, it really does mean a lot. So thank you again.
Thank you. And as you said, we appreciate you reaching out to us. It was very heartwarming.
And to show our appreciation.
Oh yes, let's get to it.
We gonna hook you up with some.
Hold on, this ain't never happened before.
Got you a beer.
I appreciate that.
All that. So in the mail for you.
I appreciate that. Hey, listen, and send me y'all addresses. Send me your address if y'all want, because I'm gonna also send y'all some wine. I'm gonna send y'all 2 bottles of wine in the mail. So I'm gonna get y'all right.
Oh yeah.
I got you. But no, thank y'all so much for that. I really appreciate that. Well, we're gonna get into some fun. So while we, I want y'all to put into the chat. Crystal, make sure y'all put them into the chat, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook. Just make sure you go ahead and put those into the chat so we can make sure we get to those. So we're gonna go ahead and play a game. And so basically, I'm gonna ask you a question. So it's gonna be like, who said I love you first? Like, that could be one of the questions, right? Another question could be, who is the cook versus who's the quickest to eat out in the city? That could be another question. It's just more so y'all saying the answer without consulting with each other first, and then after that we gonna really figure it out. So okay, y'all ready?
So you said we're saying the answer without consulting. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So without even looking at each other. So the first one is like, who is a spender versus a saver, and then y'all just kind of say it without even Oh, okay. See, we already done got into it. It's getting good already.
Think about if I wanted to lie. Like what? Like come on.
Okay. All right. So we know. So Kimfy is the spender, huh?
Really.
You right.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Again, folks, make sure y'all put in the chat any questions y'all got. Make sure y'all put those questions in there. Okay. So who is the homebody versus the person who wants to go out or kind of on the go?
Homebody,
I'm homebody,
and I'm on the go.
On the go. It's funny. I put that in there because I knew that from your YouTube channel, which is funny. And it's interesting, Kim, because I thought it would be both of y'all. I don't know why. You just seem like this energetic, on the go person all the time, which is so interesting.
I like to stay.
She's coming out of her shell now, though. Like when we
Okay.
first met, it was very hard to get her to travel, to
Okay.
do anything, honestly. And now she's like randomly booking trips for us. I'm like, whoa,
Oh, okay.
What's going on? I enjoy it. I ain't gonna complain.
I ain't gonna complain. Okay, so who said I love you first?
I did.
Oh, Kimfy, okay.
I had to get the conversation going, so I just blurted, "I love you," and she like, "What? What you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, you do know how to talk."
But I don't know how.
But I meant it, I did mean it, but at that time she didn't talk much. She was like really quiet and shy. But I fell in love with the pureness of Crystal. Crystal was a very pure person. Like she's not the type to judge a book by its cover. She's very like honest, and she will welcome anyone, and that is what I really, really enjoy. Like when I say enjoy, I truly enjoy that about Crystal.
Wow,
so that's how
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. No, that's beautiful. Okay, so who is more emotional?
I think I am.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. Okay.
It might be both of us. We'll go with both.
We both some ugly criers, so.
Okay. So we both are so. Okay, got you. Again, folks, make sure y'all put in the chat any questions that y'all have. Okay, so who is the cook versus the quickest to eat out?
Oh,
I'm the cook.
She's the cook. I will order out in a heartbeat.
Okay. So okay, got you. So Kimfy, so Crystal, you're the cook. Kimfy will eat out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, got you. That makes sense. Okay, who asked who out on the first date? Yeah, gotta make y'all go back a little bit.
Before we went back?
No.
Oh no! Would you count McDonald's as our first date? I mean, I guess, and that was your idea.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be like more of my idea.
Okay.
We were so poor in college.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was considered a date. I was just starving. She was hungry, and we scraped up money and went to Denny's. So.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know if. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
We were both hungry and we went together.
You went together, okay.
It was amazing. So
that's dope. And look what it brought about. It brought about a beautiful marriage, which is amazing. Okay, so we did get some questions. We got a question from my girl Shannon Burke. She said, "What are some pros and cons about your business that you would like to keep or change post quarantine?"
I don't think I have any cons just yet because I am so new to having a business. But I think quarantine has actually made it easier because since there's nothing to do, it honestly makes me just want to be in a house and think of more formulas or think of different like ideas or tweak the formulas that I did create already.
Wow, yeah.
So honestly, quarantining has actually been beneficial for us. I mean, we save money. That's been one thing, and we've spent time together now. We also We do work on our, creating our ideas. Like I said, we go down in the basement. Sometimes she's in Kimfy and I'm in in my room, and we're both, just talking to each other while we're also creating. So I
Yeah.
think it's actually had a major benefit. It's been a pro to be in quarantine for, at least for me, for my business.
Got
I
you.
mean,
Got you.
for me, I think quarantine is sort of kind of in the way. It was a lot. Now things are opening back up, but fashion shows were on like a hold for the longest. Um,
Yeah.
Even models that I would just link up with and do power shoots, they're not really that enthused to meet due to
Okay.
COVID, and things like that. So in a sense, I had to get like really creative.
Okay.
And I created like a virtual model where it's like this stick figure guy that I would like get on the computer and draw a stick figure, and they have to put new Kimfy drops on him to
Yeah.
like give people visual ideas.
Yeah.
And I mean that's mainly it. Like a lot of fashion shows kind of like was at a halt. So I can't wait till that's over, so things start opening up and I get to connect and network with people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't did a vending event since Clarion 2019 fashion show. That was the last event.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know if you were still going up there or not. Okay, so that's actually not that long ago.
Yeah. That was the last
Okay.
event that I did.
Okay. Got you. Got you. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we have another question. Someone JoJo says, "Who's the most fashionable?"
Yeah, so it's listen, now I'm getting both our outfits. I'm looking at shoes. A lot of
Okay.
times I'll be online and I'll just see some fire heels, and I'll
Yeah.
just like, I need you to put this on. I have this
I literally, I
Yeah.
don't know the last time I've been shopping because
Okay.
either she put me in Kimfy, she goes behind my back and buy Jeanette Charay, and she
Okay.
is just ordering me shoes. So I literally, and I'm thankful for it because I don't like shopping anyway. I don't
Okay.
have to do anything. I literally just, when we're going out, she's like, babe, let's go on a date. I'm like, all right, just go pick my outfit out for me. Like, she dresses me. So if it was up to me, I'd be in sweats and tights every day, all day.
That's what. Yeah.
And these Crocs that she
Leave my
wears.
Crocs alone.
It's these white Crocs. They got grass stains on them.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Oh man.
No.
Hey, but Crocs is comfortable, Crystal. So I'm with you on that, though.
They got fur in the inside.
Okay.
No, I'm buy a new pair. Just cause.
Okay. Somebody said, how can they get the jacket? Yeah. Someone said, how can they get their jacket?
Okay, so you can purchase this at kimfyapparel.com. Also, hoodie here. This is from our Y5 collection. Y5 stands for year 5. So that was a signature hoodie. You can get that on kimfy.com. Kimfyapparel.com. All of our gear ranges anywhere from about $25 to about $60 is what you're gonna find online. And we do hoodies, sweatshirts, sweatpants, t-shirts, socks. This is very like, a lot of people send me pictures of them in the airport. You know how people want to be real cozy in the airport, but stylish.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of Yeezy and Jordan mashups, and I love it. So this is
dope.
Kimfy wear. But me, I wear Kimfy everywhere, all day, every day. Even
you your brand. You your brand. So you can you your brand. No, that's dope. And folks, I will put their websites into the playback. So if you want to, make sure you go and subscribe and check out the video, and it will be in the info section or like the description section. You can check their websites out. So I'll definitely do that. Someone said Shannon had another question. She said, "How do you handle tough situations with your business, and what type of support do you need slash expect from your partner during these hardships?"
For for me, I literally go to her with all of the questions that I have about business because she's been in business for over 5 years already.
Yeah.
So she gives me exactly what I expect out of her.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
support that I need. She's there for me, like any given time that if I do come across a dilemma, like something that's so simple, like I don't know how to change something on PayPal. Like I literally go to her like, babe, can you show me how to do this? She's like, all right. Even if she's in her room working on her stuff, she'll come in there, help me fix it real quick, and then get back to doing what she's doing.
Wow.
I don't think that's ever going to be an issue for us because the way that we support each other is just always been there and always going to be there. I mean, it's not much that I can really help her with her business, but when she does ask, you help me.
I can say for me, you know, sometimes to get a lot of interaction on Instagram, because I'm dropping a collection and like I'm so hyped and I'm putting out surveys and I'm putting out how fire you think this look, and I'll get so much interaction. But when it comes time, you know, for the site to go live and product is available, you know, not as many people that I may have thought was going to purchase actually purchase. That's something that, you know, for a business owner, in a sense that hurts. And in my beginning days, you know, I would expect everybody who said they was going to purchase to actually purchase. And there was like literally like crying on her shoulder, like, honey, why did they lie to me?
Yeah.
And she was literally just like, I don't even know, just being there for the fact that she would just hug me and be like, it's going to be better days. You know, everybody in the world is not going to buy everything you put out. Like you kind of like have to understand that. Of course, she would say it in such the most sweetest way possible, but she really helped me understand that this is a process. Everything you drop ain't gonna pop. You gotta understand it. You know, everything you touch isn't gonna turn to gold, but you gotta work towards that point. You know, even like last week, I was on my last sock. I was so excited. I was on my last sock, and this one sock was giving me so much trouble. I don't know what it was. Like, I feel like the devil was literally testing me because it was my last sock I needed to do. 8 hours in the basement. I got so upset. I literally took the sock in the rack and I just threw it to the wall. And I threw it. And I just like, yelled. Literally. And she came over there. She stood me up and literally just hugged me. It was so good. She didn't say nothing. She literally just hugged me. And that put so much energy back into me. And you know that sock started working as soon as she came over and sat next to me.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was just like, well, what is going on? Like, how? All I need you was
I got the power.
I literally got that sock done.
Yeah. No, that's listen, that's beautiful how y'all support each other. And I'm not saying that just to say that. I truly mean it. Because that just shows y'all connection is that real. Like, and it's that good for her to just come, like, she knew what you need in that moment. You know what I mean? She knew what you needed in that moment, and she supported you and gave you everything that you needed. And look, and everything worked out, which is great. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, we got time for one more question, and so we're gonna go with JoJo. Shout out to JoJo in the building. He said, "Who's the most romantic?"
Oh, that's all me.
Okay.
I just love romance. My favorite genre of movies is romantic comedies. Like,
now, what's your favorite one?
There's so. I love the Switch Up. I love the Switch Up.
The
Bridesmaids.
That's a good one.
Oh my God. There's so many, but I love Date Night, Game Night. There's just so many movies that I just love to just cuddle up and watch movies. I love surprising her with gifts and just like cool stuff, you know.
It's easier for her to be romantic because I'm very relaxed. Like, I can just be on chill. She can, you know, just surprise me with something. She can walk in the house with a bag for me, and I'm just like, what is that? She's like, nothing. I'm like, okay. If I walk in the bag with something, she's like, what is that? If I say nothing,
I'm all in. I'm all in
around the house.
Yeah. I mean, but it's really easy to do things like that for her because Crystal, she don't she's not into anything. Like she don't have a favorite designer. She don't have a favorite jewelry line. She don't have a favorite perfume line. Crystal's very, she's just so like just chill, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know she's not looking. Like she don't have this major expectation when my birthday come around. You know, I need X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That's me. That is me. When my birthday come around, oh, come on, what you got?
You gotta come through, huh? No, that's good. No, that's so real. Well, listen, I just want to thank you all so much for doing this interview. It really does mean a lot. That kind of concludes the questions and the questions from the guests as well. Again, thank y'all so much for doing this. I really do appreciate it. I love y'all so much. I tell people that all the time. Like I cannot say that enough. Y'all are amazing. And again, I will put it in the description all of their information so y'all can go get that, and y'all can go, you know, to Kimfy's website, y'all can go to Crystal's website, get all that information. Yeah, next week we back here again, y'all. Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I just want to thank y'all again. And this is another episode of Uncut Uncorked. Thank y'all again, people.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you do the same. Have a good one.
Bye.